DeFi Kingdoms Alpha tips, tricks. Let's do it. Amazing news coming. As if you watched my video last night, right while I was shooting, Beetle Dude hit us up. It's coming soon where things are going on in Crystal Vale. Currently there's fishing, foraging. They're doing mining. Coming soon, like within the next day. Today, tomorrow. Can't wait. We will all throw parties. When that happens, let's dive deeper into some things I talked about last night, clarify some things. I've had a little pushback from a buddy. Good debates needed. So on leveling. So today, let's do some actual leveling. I'll show you, as you can see here, 2 bots. Shout out to the bots. Any one of us can use this bot, and it's easy and it's cheap. And it's amazing. It's a game changer. I recommend it. It's amazing. And also just addressing the debate with bots. So I feel the pain of those that don't like whales, quote unquote, with bots, because I was for months, questing while I was licking my wounds from Luna, Harmony Bridge Hack, Voyager, and other things in the crypto market that just destroyed me completely, crushed me, not wanting to talk to anybody in my life and being by myself in my room. That's killed me. Okay, so I was manually questing and understanding that I'm competing in a contest, which, if you remember last night, the 10 Commandments of DeFi Kingdoms. I'll hit on that some more. It's not like you follow the contest, and I was competing in the contest every day against other guys that are using bots. It's like an unfair advantage, right? It's, how can I start a bot? Was my mind, I don't trust or know anybody to get. Bots can be risky, can be bugs, can be hacks into your computer. You got to be careful. So I understand the argument against bots. However, as things like this become more available, there's other botting services too that are awesome, like Defi, and it's more complex. I didn't know what I was doing. Couldn't do that. But this one, with Waifu, Waifu, Carlo, the man, now we all can do it, and it's easy. So we can have the same playing field. And what the bot does, so big argument for the bots, because a lot of people would prefer no botting, period. So let's disallow bots. Okay, what would happen? Here's what happened now that I'm botting. I'm just buying up more heroes. What does that do for the game? It drives the value of the heroes up. The utility of the game. I'm putting more money into the game. And so that's good for everyone. That's a win-win. If they took away bots, I wouldn't be able to. I have over 700 heroes. I wouldn't be able to quest all those heroes. There's just no way. That's not a sustainable lifestyle. I knew that all along, but I'd figure something out. And so there's also other, like a friend, Vilvi. She has 3,000 heroes. Okay. And so you'd have, if you took away the botting, you'd have multiple people in the game that would be forced essentially to sell off a multitude of heroes, which would drive down the value of heroes, right? So that's an automatic no-brainer. We don't want to take away the bots. And now any one of you, even if I own 20 heroes, I would get this bot. No brainer. So any one of us, we can get on a more level playing field with this bot. And what would you do if you had a bot? Well, you'd probably want to buy more heroes. It's good for the game. And I think, so anyone proposing to do away with bots altogether, that is not a smart move for the game, for the ecosystem. We want more development. We want, guys have, like Defi has a staff, full-time staff working in the game. You have more development to the game. It can help level out the playing field. My purpose of my channel is I want to help the average Joe get the same alpha that insiders or whales get. So I want to help you in any way possible, even if it hurts me. Like, for example, the milkweed scenario. One little alpha thing with milkweed is you can always provide liquidity. So in a DEX, a decentralized exchange, the best way to maximize your returns and get the best bang for your buck in a DEX is you want to find liquidity pools that have lots of volume, lots of trading, but low liquidity. And then you get into that pool, and that will maximize your returns in the pool. So one thing you could do with your milkweed, instead of selling it or just holding it, especially if you're just holding it, you provide liquidity with Duel and milkweed, and I'm guessing that that's bringing substantial returns. Now, also, I thought, hey, I've been holding a bunch of eggs, so I tried last night. Turn this down. Okay, so I tried last night. Hey, I've been holding all these green eggs. I got lots of different eggs, yellow eggs, and I thought, what the heck? Let's just try to get a pool going. So I put in 8 eggs, and I think, if I remember right, it was like 188 Joule, I think. And then instantly, as soon as I checked, I had my green eggs went from 8 to 6 instantly. And my Joule dropped down too. So I was like, oh, so maybe you shouldn't provide liquidity for eggs. I don't know. It seems like if you're just holding the eggs, that's a smart move. So I'm trying it here. I have a whole bunch more eggs that I could put in. And so since last night, it has come up a little bit. So maybe over time, this will keep growing. I'll leave it there and let you know if it's worth providing liquidity with the Druid here in the central marketplace with your eggs, your other items. You can even do it with your bloater fish. So, and it's good to know these different things. If you have milkweed, I always knew it was worth a little bit more here, but I didn't realize one milkweed is worth 340, so it's come down a little bit. Where this really fluctuates is when you have single hero contest that doesn't have normalized stamina. So that's, and today you do have a single hero contest that's not normalized stamina, but it's a crystal. So generally speaking, yeah, you want to, first commandment of the 10 commandments, DeFi Kingdoms, you want to level up all your heroes as fast as humanly possible. So what I've done in the past is I'll use stamina potions, which milkweed is used in stamina potions. That's why it's so much in demand. And if you go to the vendor, one milkweed is worth 12.5 gold. Here in the trader, it's worth 340 gold currently. Last night it almost hit 360, I think. If you try to stam pot to get a crystal, though, you could stam pot 100 times in a row and not get a crystal. So there's probably less people doing that. But if it's a single hero bloater fish contest, you're going to see, where you use a stam pot every single time, you can be getting bloaters. And some people just all day long are stam potting their hero, not only for the contest, yes, for the contest, but to also quickly level their hero up, which adds value to the hero, which I love doing. But so that's a debate. The faster you level up the hero, the more value the hero has. That should be your biggest focus in the game. Level up your heroes. Now, I had a buddy on Discord push back, and I want pushback. I want to argue in a healthy, good way about what's best, because I could be wrong. I could be wrong when it comes to my 10 commandments. It's all about leveling, and you want to level up. My argument is you want to level up in accordance with the profession. So if you have a sage fisher or a sage forager, you always want to be sure to level up your sage forager with dex as your guaranteed stat point and intelligence. And then the third option on the guy is blessing. When you level up, that's up for debate in my mind still. But my buddy's saying, no, you want to focus on PvP down the road because that is going to be the most important part of the game. And I agree that it will become the most important part of the game, but I'm still going to push back. I want to keep this dialogue going because the foundation of a hero, from the way I'm understanding the holistic approach to your hero, is the foundational most important part of the hero is the profession gene. So I'm going to argue that you want to follow the profession gene for several reasons. The main reason is that if you have a better profession, the stats that go with your profession, in the case of forager, dex and intelligence, fisher, luck, agility, strength, endurance for mining, gardening is wisdom, vitality. So whatever your hero is, you want to level up according to the profession stats for several reasons. One, the biggest one, is that even if you're doing PvP, for one, all of them matter regardless. So even if you have a hero that's, like in the case with Sage, he was saying, no, do wisdom, intelligence, and agility, because those are his 3 best stats, and you want to just have those 3 robust stats. But the other 5 stats still matter, even in PvP. And is my understanding. So we can kind of dive into this a little bit, exactly what the potential, because we still kind of don't know exactly how the PvP and other things are going to play out within the game. So we'll go over all these stats and what they do potentially in PvP and different things. Okay, so so my biggest argument though is if you follow the profession and the goal is to level your hero up as fast as humanly possible, you want to maximize your chances of getting the best loot or items when you're questing. And because that will in turn level your hero up quicker because you get more XP on your questing. So if you have a level 15 sage, let's say, and it's a sage forager, let's say you have a level 15 sage forager and you haven't been focusing on dex, you've been bypassing dex and you have a bad dex stat point, then to move up your levels with the sage will take longer and you'll get less items also in the questing. I'm not sure how much it factors in. So you have these drop rates. These drop rates are for a level 1 basic hero. These drop rates increase over time as, like for a fisher, these drop rates increase as you increase your luck and agility. But even more so, it increases as you add the fishing profession gene stat, which you get that stat by sending your heroes questing on fishing. So that's the weightier increase. But the bonus, so I don't exactly know. I wish I did. If anyone does, please let me know. Comment. How much does the profession gene stat impact the bonus of having a profession gene increase? Let's say you have a 20 or a 21 profession gene stat for fishing for your fisher. how much does that impact your bonus on getting these items? Because it's somewhat minimal, but it's still important. So let's say you have a level 15 ninja fisher, and that level 15, like I have a level 15 thief fisher. The thief is the second best fisher. He's a beast fisher. That's the main thing that thief is good at in this game, is a fisher. He's not very good at anything else at all. He's an okay miner, but not really that great. He's just thief, main gig, fisher. And so I have a level 15 Perilous Journey thief, fisher, legendary, amazing hero. And his fishing profession gene stat is over 21. It's almost 22, which is awesome. And then has like 86 on agility. And I want to say, or no, maybe it's 50 something on agility and 30 something on luck, equaling 84 or 86 total, I think. Stats towards luck and agility. We know that the luck and agility, as far as the bonus goes, luck and agility account for about a third of the bonus, and the profession gene accounts for 2/3. So the profession gene level matters more than luck and agility. Obviously, luck and agility still matter, though. That's what we can impact on the profession gene. How much do those two things, though, help the bonus above these drop rates? So, for example, my level 15 thief that has those stats that I just spoke on, how much does it increase my chances of getting the bloater? That's what we don't know. Would love to know. Or iron scale, or egg. We know luck. And okay, so when we look at the stats and what they do, it says here, strength adds a multiplier to various actions. So a lot of this is speaking to PvP. Features that are coming down the road that aren't existing yet. Strength adds multiplier to various actions, especially physical attacks and skills. And obviously it's going to help you with mining, strength. Dexterity plays a lesser role in defense and modifies attack damage from certain weapons. Agility determines the time between a hero's action and combat and also plays a role in evasion. So I think every stat is important in PvP. Vitality is the primary stat that impacts HP growth and added benefits to recovering from certain debuffs, like getting injured maybe. But also, separate, which HP we know is going to affect the PvP big time. So that's why a lot of people say they push vitality. But a lot of people, I've also heard, I didn't mention this last night, push intelligence, because intelligence adds a multiplier to various actions, especially skills and magic, and modifies magic evasion. The stat also plays into how much MP is gained when leveling up. So the more intelligence you have, the more it's going to help you as you level up. Your MP, mana points, will grow partially in accordance with how much vitality you have. All these things matter. Endurance adds defense and increases debuff resistance. Wisdom adds a multiplier to magic attacks and skills and increases magic defense, which we don't even know what that means yet. But it's going to be important. This stat also plays into how much MP is gained when leveling up. So wisdom, they're all good. The luck, this is one thing I mentioned last night. The higher a hero's luck, the more likely it is for a hero to land a critical strike, like blow, death. Luck also slightly increases the chances of rare items and plays a small role in evasion. That's PvP, but the rare items in the team, I think months ago, mentioned that it also helps you get more eggs. So the rare items, that's why lately, I've been doing luck and vitality, but who knows? So my argument is that you need all these stats, no matter the hero. So you need to follow the profession, because if you follow the profession, then it helps your chances of getting more items, which helps your ROI. And when you get more items from questing, it gives you more XP so that you can level up faster. That's the argument. But there's a lot of people in the guilds and things like that push back and say, no, you want to not do that. So I love the debate. That's what I'm saying. I welcome it, because that's how we learn. I could be wrong. Okay. So I want to do some leveling today. Let's do. So I've been holding off here this morning on leveling. These bots are just amazing. Okay. All right. So I'm on the Crypto Grady account, and I'm going to try and drop as much alpha as possible. Okay. So I've got 2 heroes on this account ready to level. We've got a Dragoon. This is a Dragoon Gardener. Dragoons are awesome gardeners. The one thing with a Dragoon is that he's not bad at anything. The Dragoon is good at every single profession. And he's great at mining. He's the 3rd best miner behind the Dread Knight and Paladin. And he's a really good gardener. So when you look at gardening, and again, the way I'm always leveling is I follow the profession, and then lately what I've been doing is adding luck. One thing too that I wanted to kind of clarify is when you level, here's what happens. You get the guaranteed stat level up here, and it's a fun debate on what to do. For me, I always follow profession, and I think that's absolutely the no-brainer direction to go when leveling your heroes. It'll help the value of the heroes. It'll help you level up faster, get more items. So follow the profession, even if it's a dreadful, terrible hero, such as a Dark Knight Fisher is so bad, and a Paladin Forager are just awful for those professions based off the level. But remember, all heroes are good. The weightier factor anyways is the profession gene stat being leveled up when you're questing. So, and variance is crazy anyway. So any hero can get anything when questing. But it just greatly increases your chances of getting more items as you level your hero up. I remember when I first started and I had a bunch of level 1 heroes, it was rare for me to get a silverfin fish or a shimmer skin. Rarely ever got those. And I remember, and a gold vein for a forager, hardly. And I remember when I got my first one, I was like, whoa, what is this? A gold vein. Whoa, it's worth 100 gold. Now, I had a hero one time get, I want to say in one quest, 25 stamina, got 5 gold vein. That's only happened once. I've gotten 3 a couple times too, and just 5 quest attempts in one quest essentially. So that you'll never get that from a level 1 hero. So how much do those things add to your base stat drop rates? Okay, so clarification too on this. So your hero has a primary class and a secondary class. In this case right here, you have a pirate and a priest. On this example they use. So when you're leveling your hero up, you get a guaranteed stat point, the stat bonus. Then you choose 2 stats seeking Gaia's Blessing. So the Gaia Blessing is you pick these 2 stats, and in this bonus column, it does a 50-50 roll for these 2 stats. So that is all. It's nothing else impacts it. It's a coin flip for that roll. Aside from that, separate from that, first it does a roll on your primary class, which in this case is a pirate. It does a roll, and for each stat. So the pirate has a 70% chance of leveling up strength. A good 7 out of 10 times, 70% chance you're going to roll and get this stat for strength on this first round of rolls. Then it does dex. Set in this case, because the blue is there's normally 70%, but the blue's there's 72% chance to hit dex. But he still missed it. Notice that. Okay, and you'll see it all the time. You'll see it with the Sage missing sometimes, with a 90% chance of intelligence and wisdom. Then it does the endurance roll, 55% chance. He hit on that. Then it does the wisdom roll. The wisdom is only 20% chance. Well, it even hit on that in this scenario. It missed on Dex, 72% chance, but hit on the 20% chance of wisdom. Welcome to... that's like, I used to be a semi-pro poker player too, like faulty poker in DeFi Kingdoms now. So variance is crazy when it comes to this. Like, nothing ever makes sense. Luck for the pirate, 55% chance, which is good. 50% chance for agility, so 50-50. So that's why he's a decent fisher. And so it rolls through all of these. Then on the secondary stats, it rolls on all these for the subclass, the priest. And here, when you click this arrow, it shows you the percentage chance, which obviously here you're going to see it's much lower percentage chance to hit on these. But you'll see, on average, between the primary class and the secondary class on average will get about 25% of the stat points. Like in this case, it's not 25%. He just got 1. And over here, he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's not 25%. That's 1 and 6. So out of 7, it's 1. So but a lot of times you'll find that the secondary class might get 1 or 2, and the primary class will get 3 or 4. And so, or 5, a lot of times. So one time I rolled and got 1 total. I got the bonus stat and I got 0 other stats. I did a level up one time using a crystal and got 1 stat point total, which is the 1 guaranteed stat point. That's all I got from the entire level up. I wish I would have screenshotted it. Anyways, okay. But another time I leveled up and got 16. So I hit all 8 of these. I hit 4 of these and all 3 of these. Oh, that was awesome. I think it was it was 16. So 8. So 8 actually. Yeah, anyways. Okay. Math, brain. So it'll run through the secondary stats. In this case, 7.5% chance to hit strength because it's just a priest. Priests aren't good at strength. 10% chance for agility, 15% chance for endurance, 20% chance for wisdom. So these, and it hit on this scenario, that 20% hit. Then when you add a crystal, it adds another 15% on whatever crystal you're using to the subclass, 5% increase to the primary. So a lot of times with crystals, I always use a crystal every time I level up. I'll show you, we're going to do a bunch of level ups. I have my other accounts too that probably have several. I probably have like 15 guys I need to level up. So I've been waiting to do this video and level up. So the secondary class matters more than people realize though. And so it rolls through, in this case, 7.5% chance for strength. He missed. Dex, 10% chance. He missed. Usually that's going to miss. 9 out of 10 times that's going to miss. Unless you use a crystal, helps. Endurance, 15% chance. A little better. Wisdom, still low chance though, 20% chance. But it hit right here. So in all of these rolls, he got 1 stat level up on the secondary class of the hero. Then it does the bonus. Then if you're not a common hero and you're leveling up to level 5, like in this case, he was level 4, moving to level 5, you get the rarity bonus as well every 5 levels. For an uncommon, you get a just total random 2 extra stats. It's random, is my understanding. Okay, every 5 levels, you get bonus stats based on rarity. 2, 4, 7, 10 for uncommon, rare, legendary, mythic, and I'm pretty sure it's completely random. So for this rare pirate hitting level 5, he got 4 extra rarity stat points. That's why there's these 4 columns. Usually there's only 3 columns, but for an uncommon, rare, legendary, or mythic, it leveling up to level 5, level 10, level 15, level 20, it adds a 4th column for rarity. And in this case, randomly, he hit 2 strength, 1 dex, and 1 endurance. And that's a big difference. Every 5, and when it's born, it gets these 4 extra stats as well when it's first summoned. Then on every 5, so if you have to think, when this hero years down the road reaches to level 100, which I can't imagine having a level 100 hero. But when heroes start maxing out their level, you're going to see how much of a difference that 4 stat points played on every 5 levels. So 20 times or 21 times times 4, 20 times. So he'll have 84 on average more stat points than your common basic hero on average. Because all the heroes have all the basic heroes. Let's come to this guild real quick. Whoops. All the basic heroes. So if we come, shout out again to this Unity guild, and this Crypto Baby H is really helpful. She's just awesome. And just gung-ho for DeFi Kingdoms. Go DeFi Kingdoms. So I think on here, oh, you know what? And she took down some of these. Not sure why. Dang it. I have it. What I'm looking for. Okay. So when we look at the basic heroes, this is when they're born. When they're born, they always get 60 total stat points. And it's always the same unless you use Gaia Tears. You always want to use Gaia Tears when summoning. And you always want to use stones because it adds to this. But this is what, if you do just a basic summon with no stones, no extra Gaia Tears, this is always what your heroes are going to get. Plus 2, because on the green stat, they're going to add 2 for every single hero. So basic hero starts out with 62 plus the 2 total stat points. And they all have, in the health and mana leveling up is different for all the heroes. So some heroes level up their mana faster than others. Some heroes level up their health faster than others. And okay, so you can kind of see how they all start, and also their percentage chance of leveling. The total percentage chance of leveling equals the same between all the basic heroes. So when you look at when you look at a hero and you look at this growth, primary growth percentage chances, if you add up all these, the 65%, 62%, 50, 50, 60, 70, 65, and 80, it's going to equal the same of its class, which the Dragoon is an elite class. So the only comparable hero is the Sage. But if you compare all the basic heroes, they're all going to equal the same amount of stats there, but they're different for every hero. Pretty much different. Like the Wizard and Priest are identical with one exception. And the Seer too. It's like, why didn't they make them a little different? But it's okay. Anyways, okay. If that makes sense. So that's what makes a Dread Knight so awesome, is because not only does he start out with 75, so your elite tier starts out with 70 or 72, Dread Knight starts out with 77 stat points right off the bat. And the percentage, if you add up all the percentages of leveling up each stat, the Dread Knight is the highest percentage total. Sage and Dragoon are higher than the advanced tiers of Paladin, Dark Knight, Summoner, Ninja, Shapeshifter. Shapeshifter is an interesting hero too. The shapeshifter is another one that isn't fantastic at any one profession, but they're good at all of them. They're not bad at any of them, good at all of them, not great at any of them, not horrible at any of them. The shapeshifter is unique too. Anyways, okay. That makes sense. Okay. So let's level up. The Dragoon. The Dragoon is a gardener. Good gardener. What makes him a good gardener? He has a 60% chance to level up wisdom. And in this case, vitality is blue. So that's great for this hero because it's a gardener. And if you look at the subclass, the archer is not a very good gardener. But the good thing is that the blue hit for vitality, so it added 4 extra subclass stat points percentage. So wisdom, vitality. So in this case, vitality has a little bit better chance of leveling up. They're tied, the 17-17. So what I'm going to do is do the guaranteed wisdom, add vitality, and here's also the debate. I can't make up my mind. So what I've just been doing is luck. And even though strength is the Dragoon's best, the Dragoon's good at everything. Look, it's just everything. It's good at everything. It's not bad at anything. Its worst is fishing. There's not very many good fishers total at all in the game. Really, your only 3 good fishers in the game is Sage, Thief, and best is Ninja. But then you have a Dragoon is also still a solid fisher, 50% luck, 65% agility. And the Dread Knight is 60-60 luck and agility. All great. Those 5 are... And then Shapeshifter is also a good fisher. Those 6. But those top 3 kind of stand out. Especially the Ninja and the Thief. Okay, so... whereas like with miners, you have tons of good miners. The only thing the Sage is not good at, though, is mining. Sage is good at everything except mining. It's a pretty poor miner. But all miners are good. All heroes are good. The Dragoon is good at every single thing in the game. Every single profession. And he'll just be a great hero for PvP, I think. Dragoons will be awesome. They don't really have a weakness. So, and then in this case, what I'm going to do is use a Vitality Crystal. It's a lesser Vitality Crystal, which you can buy in the marketplace. And they're kind of expensive right now. So it's obvious everyone's buying. They seem to get bought up more. Right now. The market changes quickly. So in this case, I'm adding 5% primary stat growth to the Vitality. So I'm getting the guaranteed stat to Wisdom, and I'm helping my chances of getting my Vitality hit. And this is a 50-50 roll on top of that. And also, because the subclass Vitality is much better than the subclass Wisdom, I'm adding 15% chance to the secondary stat growth roll for Vitality. So that's going to be a 31.5% chance that I hit on Vitality, which is a lot more significant than even like 20% or 25% if you think of the statistics on that. Okay, so we'll roll with this, not implemented. So I'm wrestling with the bots and the chain. You get the not implemented a lot. It can be a pain to do this. Come on, baby. I might be out of... Because I split up all my accounts, I've been running out of runes. Let's check. So in the marketplace, which is also where you can buy crystals, come to the trader, and let's check the rune. Oh yeah, 297 in this account. And if you type in CR here and you click on might, now sometimes at first it's gonna say, and you hit 1, it might say insufficient liquidity. Well, you gotta give it a sec and see how the might crystals are the most expensive right now at the time, the lesser might crystals. So sometimes I'll just say, forget it, I'll do the endurance even if I want to use the might, but usually I'm going to follow what I want to do in my game plan. Where if you compare it to, say, like a wisdom crystal, It's much cheaper there, actually more expensive than I thought. If you compare that, let's look at Dex, or Endurance is pretty cheap last time I checked. Oh no, okay, they've gone up. The crystals have gone up. People are taking my advice and using crystals. I've never used a Chaos Crystal. I've tried to get some in some of the contests. Okay, so I have one of each. Luck was cheap too last time I checked. Okay, but everything's kind of gone up. We'll get 3 luck crystals is only 4.2 Jewel. The grand scheme of things, very cheap. Huh. Let's refresh. Nothing's working. Is the chain. So you're constantly, even if I'm not botting, I'm constantly having to fight through things not working. Click. Okay. Let's get 3 more luck. Okay, 4.2. 4.3-ish. Okay, here we go. And if you add these, I always add, I mean, you only have to do it once, but then you can send them between your wallets. Easier. Okay. Back to the meditation circle. So we're good on runes and everything. I just think I needed to refresh. Let's come back to the Dragoon. Make sure it's the same one. Gardening. We're doing Wisdom, Vitality, and Luck. And we're adding the Vitality Crystal. I cannot wait. We're all going to throw a party when Christabel opens up everything that this can do. And real quick here too, let's do a duel. I'll give you some Duel Alpha. You got to wait on this. The Defi bot will actually auto level for you and even use crystals. Love Defi and the guy that started that. It just is so hard to get going. So if you know what you're doing, man, that's a winner. But the bots that I'm using are so easy. Anybody can get going with a bot. It's a no-brainer, I would say, for anyone. Now, who knows? It might turn out being a scam. I mean, nowadays, nothing would surprise me. Okay, so look, Vitality Crystal really paid off here. So this is just straight at that crystal is just adding value. For all I know, the Vitality Crystal helped get this stat point and this one. Now, it could have been the case where the crystals in my mind are a little bit overvalued for what they actually do, because it's not that significant. But hey, in this case, if it actually helped me get these 2 stat points, that's awesome. Now I have a proposal here. So vote. Okay, if you go to talk.defykingdoms.com, this is where you can get more involved with the devs. With Frisky Fox and those guys doing their AMAs, they now look at this and they look at the ones that are upvoted the most. So, feature requests. Oh, look, I'm at the top, baby. So, give a shout out to this. Larger focus on contests. I said the daily, weekly, monthly contests are very fun. That's what pushed me over the limit to buy over 600 heroes. So, because at the time, Jewel was worth so much more, and it's fun. So the contests are one of the most fun parts of the game, I would say. So many people are missing out on that. So my point is, most people don't even attempt to compete because it's very difficult to win the contest. The more focus and emphasis on the contest, the more it will incentivize players to purchase more heroes and thus drive up the value of heroes. I propose top 50 or even top 100 winners every single day. And you think, well, how could they shell out all the Jewel? Well, I've always wondered why the Jewel winnings, I just get airdropped and I can dump it on the market if I want. And that's probably what people do. Now, I don't. I keep it in the ecosystem. So I'm just gaining more heroes or different stones or whatever to play the game. and have a long-term mindset on the game. I'm not looking at the 5 minutes in front of my face trying to cash out as much money as I can out of the game every day. Like, now's not the time to do that. Okay, so as well as considering to place the Duel rewards as locked Duel. That just makes sense to me. So if they placed a larger emphasis on the contest and had a little more Duel winnings and payouts every day, the argument against that would be, well, we don't want all that Duel dumping on the market. Well, if you have it as locked Duel, it'll be dumped over time and more people will engage in the game. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So all the winning Duel isn't dumped on the market. The placements above top 10 wouldn't require a crazy amount, but like let's say we did top 50, and so the winner of the contest every single day gets 500 Duel. Second place gets 300 Duel. Third place gets 250 Duel. Fourth place gets, I think, 150 Duel. Fifth place gets 100 Duel. Sixth place, 90 Duel. 70, 60, 50, all the way down to 10th place gets 50 Duel. You could have 11th place get 49 Duels. 12th place get 48 Duels. Go all the way down to the top 50 places, and it'll keep people more engaged in the game. So give this a shout out. Give this an up like. Also, the reason why I opened this in the first place, okay, you got several proposals. I had another proposal in here about the duels, and let's do a duel here in a minute. And I'll give you some alpha on the duels. Because the thing is, crystals are overvalued, in my opinion. More winners for bigger raffles. I only have one up like. So let's give this a shout out. When dueling, first of all, we're spinning the Duel. So you lose your Duel, whether you win or lose the duel. You also lose 100 gold or win back your 100 gold. And what do you get for winning? Well, you get raffle tickets. With the raffle tickets, you then can enter into the raffles, which I love. I love all of this, by the way, the duels and everything. But the problem is, you're spinning this Duel, but most of the time you're going to lose in the contest. There's not enough winners. There's also not enough regular and greater crystals. So on the larger raffles that they do, like I'll dump in a ton of tickets and still only have like 1 or 2% chance to win. Because there's only 5 winners. So what you have there is 1 million losers and 5 winners. You also don't have enough greater crystals in circulation. To buy a greater crystal, I don't even know where. Here's another question: is this Fox escrow? I don't think works anymore. I think it's just dead. I can change the RPC, but last I checked, so you can't even buy a greater crystal because they're not last time I checked too, they're not available in the marketplace with the trader. So how do you get a greater crystal? And then when they were for sale in here, it was like $1,000. The cheapest greater crystal was like $250. Okay, that's ridiculous. They're not worth that much. Like, come on, people. So we need more winners. We also need more crystals. So give more winners and more crystals. That's my proposal here. Give it a shout out here at talk.defikingdoms.com. Get more involved here. This is important for the AMAs and everything. If you want to be involved, this is where you come. I'll leave the link below to my specific one as well. I'll leave the link. Sign up if you haven't. That's a must. If you are wanting to be involved with DeFi Kingdoms, this needs to be a spot that we're in. So I need to share that. I shared this one to a lot of people with the contest because that I think is the most important. But the duels too, because it's just the duels are going to die off if there's not more winners. It's not a sustainable model if you have mostly losers and just a few winners. It's not sustainable. You got to think, how can I sustain this? You want more people to win, but you also want to consider the balance of the items. I get that, but we need more regular crystals and greater crystals. Now the lesser crystals you get questing in the Training Quest, great. There's plenty of those. You can buy those, no problem. But the other ones you can't even get. We need, and they shouldn't be $100. They shouldn't even be anywhere near that. Okay, not even to buy a hero is like $5 right now. The floor heroes. To buy a crystal is $200, $300, $400, $500. Sorry. To use for level up, not worth it. Especially the regular crystals too. There are a few regular crystals actually available for sale in the marketplace, but they're like super expensive. They're like $20. Well, it's not worth using a regular crystal for $20 because most of the time your crystal isn't even going to hit. It's not even going to help you in the leveling. Oftentimes it won't. Now it does certainly improve your chances, but that's all you get. At least with the greater crystals, you actually get a lot more with a greater crystal. And you can only use one per hero ever, I think. One greater crystal can ever be used on your hero. So there's not enough of them. I get it. They're rare. They should be worth more, but because they actually add stat points and stat percentage down the road, it adds stat percentage growth, which I love the greater crystals. If they're reasonably priced, I would use those a lot. Okay, we have at least one more hero to level up. Then I'll do a quick duel and give you a little bit of alpha there. Okay, we got this level 8 thief. Gardener. Thieves aren't good gardeners. Why aren't they good gardeners? Because 35% chance of leveling up wisdom, 50% chance for vitality. That's pretty much bottom of the barrel. The only thing worse would be the Dark Knight having a 35 on fishing. Okay, Dark Knights are underrated gardeners though. They're good gardeners. Okay, so wisdom. We're going to do wisdom. And we're going to do vitality and luck. And down here, so wisdom though, okay, one upside to this hero is it's a wizard. Wizards are very good gardeners. And so the wisdom is big here. So the debate could kind of go either way, because increasing your chances for vitality from 50 to 55% really helps your chances of getting vitality. But down here, I add 15%, which is a bigger factor. So it goes from 12.5% chance to getting a vitality secondary stat growth to 27.5% if I use the vitality crystal. So how much weightier is a 27.5% compared to, in this case, if I use a wisdom crystal, I'll have a 35% chance to hit wisdom. So I'm already getting the guaranteed wisdom stat point. So usually for this one down here, that's just a 50-50 roll, to help increase my chances of getting vitality in this level up, I use a vitality crystal, because you get the 50-50 roll, then I would get a 55% chance for vitality and a 27.5% chance for the secondary stat growth. So normally I'm using whatever stat I pick down here for the 50-50 roll, it's not the guaranteed stat level up, is where I'm throwing the crystal. But when I see a wisdom at 20% and throwing a crystal of wisdom, increasing that to 35%, that's weightier. So that 15% is weightier when you're throwing it on another higher percent chance of leveling up. When the percent chances are this low, it's the way I think about it, which someone correct me if I'm wrong. If I can have a 35% chance on the secondary stat. Now, also another part of it is they're tied. So it's, maybe I'll go ahead and do the wisdom. I got tons of wisdom crystals too, and the vitality crystals are expensive right now. Wisdom is cheaper. Let's just roll with that. It'll give me a 35% chance on the secondary stat to level up. And on the primary stat, it only goes from 35 to 40%. It's like not it could be the difference maker. But the difference between going from 50 to 55% is weightier than the difference from going from 35% to 40%. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't get stuck and works. Duels. So give me a shout out. I will post down below in the comment section that the DeFi Kingdom upvote on that. There's other alpha that I wanted to share that I didn't hit on last night. I could literally do these videos all day long. There's so many things to hit on. Just with the whole mindset and strategy when it comes to playing this game. When we are able to move all of our heroes to Crystalville and quest on everything and do duels and do contests and everything on Crystalville, we will throw a party. Jewel will be getting burned at a way higher rate. I don't know if you guys saw a tweet last night that DeFi Kingdoms retweeted from Avalanche. I think it said in the tweet, the hero's not currently meditating. That's an error. Now, sometimes you click on this and it actually went through, but it didn't show up and the hero's actually not meditating. But sometimes your first click on that, you get that the hero's not meditating. Well, actually he is. Sometimes you just need to refresh. You got to fight through this a lot. Whereas the subnet, thank God they created that subnet. And hindsight is always 50-50. Okay, Wisdom Crystal did not help. Vitality did not hit. So in hindsight, maybe I should have gone with a Vitality Crystal here. So that was a bummer level up because the Wisdom or the Vitality didn't hit at all in any of the three rolls. It had a 50-50 chance on the primary stat. It had a 50-50 chance on the bonus. Missed both of those, and it had a 12.5% chance on the secondary. Also, on the Vitality, the Wisdom Crystal didn't help. But you'll see. If you watch me do a whole bunch of level ups, you'll see that I'm guessing that when I level up, I tend to probably hit a lot better than the average Joe. Especially when it comes to the profession genes and using the crystals. Generally, it actually helps. This time it didn't. So we got, any time you level up and you get at least 6 is slightly below average. If you get 7 or more crystals, it's a win in leveling up. So 2, 4, 6. I got 6, not horrible. So to introduce also with argument with people that focus on future PvP stats and not the profession stats like I do, the whole strategy behind this would be completely different when leveling. You would use crystals for your PvP stats that you want to build and things like that. And you can still do that and kind of target, you could do both too. You could kind of target leveling up according to profession. You could also kind of target leveling up according to what maximizes the PvP of the hero. But again, I'm still in the camp where in the 10 commandments of DeFi Kingdoms, level up all heroes as fast as humanly possible. Commandment 2, heroes are only as valuable as their stat points and future potential growth of stat points. Commandment 3, always level up heroes according to their profession. That's still always what I'm going to do. And I'm always going to use a crystal every single time I level up. Usually the lesser crystals. Okay. So I think that's all I had there. Let's get it one more time. Okay. You can refresh there too, is good. Okay, so let's look at duels real quick. Let's come to the tavern and duel. I always like to do the wars. Okay, so there's a couple things that help your chances here of winning that you can control potentially. Okay, so and this is kind of a new account. I always wanted to change my Elisha Zane, which is my son's name, to Crypto Grady, but you can't change it. So it actually kind of worked out that I created all these new accounts. Okay, I wanted to look at the rules real quick. Okay, the way this works, I'll explain it here in a second. So a little bit, it's kind of cool how it's well thought out how they develop this. Think of it as like a card game. Okay, it's partly with luck and partly with skill. And any hero can beat any hero. So it's fun how they do that. And so what it does is it rolls a random stat. So you're facing another hero, another guy with, in this case, 9 heroes. But you're going to have one hero at a time face another single hero at a time. Okay? And each time that one hero faces another hero, first of all, it picks a random stat point. So any one of the 8 stat points, agility, dex, endurance, okay, it's going to pick a random one. And whoever has better agility between the two will get. So let's say my guy, its agility is the point. My guy has 10, the other guy has 20. Okay, so it looks like this guy with 20 is going to win. But it's not over. Here's where the luck comes in, partially. The biggest thing on luck is the last thing it chooses in duels is the what is it called? It's called this right here, fire, like the element. It picks the element, and there's a bunch of different elements that each hero has. Like he has fire, he has wind, and like, does wind beat fire? I think. And so there's a chart for that too. Actually, in that guild has a chart for that. This is lightning. And so a lot of these are neutral. So lightning doesn't do anything with wind. So like if he has wind and you have lightning, it's a draw on that roll. But let's say there's water and fire. The water is going to beat fire. So you have 10 agility. That guy has 20 agility. It's going to give you 50% of what you currently have. So it would then bring my score up to 15. If I had water, that guy had fire. So now I'm closer to winning. Then it also rolls the background. Actually does the background second, and then the element third. And let's say let's say it's city. Like in this case, I like to sort this by level. Let's say my guy has city and it just happens to pick city. And in the backgrounds, you have 8 different chances. So desert, plains, swamp, city, forest, island, mountains, Arctic. So let's say your guy has city and it picks city. Then you get another 50% of what you currently have in your score. So in that case, if I have 15 and he has 20, I would get 7 more points and actually beat the guy that had double my agility if I hit on both the city and the elements. That makes sense. So here's how you can give yourself an advantage, because you choose a stat boost here. And it gives you a higher likelihood, and my understanding is a 3x more likelihood of hitting agility and a 3x more likelihood of hitting your background. So how can you position yourself to win? So here's how you can position yourself to win is, first of all, have lots of heroes. So always, the way I love a lot of how the game is engineered, it incentivizes you to have more heroes. In this case, I'm going to pick city. I'm going to search all heroes that have city. And I'm also going to look at heroes that have Good agility if I want agility. Like in this case, I've got a lot of studs with agility. This is my beast card, this thief. So look at all these studs that have city, and they're all going to be good, or at dex. So like this guy has 37 agility, 54 luck, only 16 dex. That's okay. That's right. Thieves aren't as good at dex. So agility. So if I pick a whole bunch of guys that are good at agility, actually I might not want to pick this guy, because this guy's a beast here too. 36 agility, 39 dex. This ninja is a beast. 31 agility. This pirate, 20. Yeah, so we'll probably just roll with those guys, and then and I might just roll with this summoner. He's okay at agility because it's a perilous journey, getting those 15 extra stat points when they made it back. He's not great. How about this monk? No. This pirate. There's a 20. This pirate's looking... Oh, no. I got this Dread Knight down here. 13 agility. 14. Okay, this pirate here looks pretty good on agility. So I have... Oh, I need one more. So you pick 9. Okay, yeah, one more. Who else is good? This monk's okay. This ninja. Here we go. 21. That's looking good. We got a lot of good ninjas down here. 24. I love you. 22. Thief. 19. Let's go with this guy. 24 agility. Okay, so now we have 9 heroes. All city, all good at agility. So this, I'm just like helping to maximize my chances of winning. And I want to get the biggest bang for my buck. Tickets, so I'm spending 10 jewel and 100 gold. Hopefully I win and get the 100 gold back. Not implemented. I hate that. Oh my gosh. We gotta refresh and do that over again. I'll do it quicker. Okay. So this is just one strategy. I could instead decide to just send out all my beast heroes and hope I win. But this actually helps you increase your chances of winning, in my experience. So I usually win. I almost always win. And even when so my other account, I went up over 500. I went to the next level, like ranking. And I would still just usually win. So, because I would just do this with my stud guys. I pick city because I tend to have like and I have another class, another background worth of heroes that are just awesome too. Okay, so we got these guys are awesome. Okay. Agility. This guy's good with agility. Surprisingly, those Dark Knights were not. 24 agility. Okay, so we got good guys in there. And with the city background, agility, 10 jewel, let's do this. Not implemented. What is going on? Huh. Sometimes you might have a pending duel or something. won, I won, I won, I won, I lost this one. I won, I won, I won, I won. Okay, so you kind of get an idea. Won, I won. Lost that one, I won. And sometimes I'm just playing around, trying different strategies too. As you can see, like I didn't do all the same background there. I didn't do the same background here, and I lost. So all the ones that I lost is usually when I'm not kind of pairing properly the heroes. But when I pair these, like these were all ninjas with swamp backgrounds, I won. Now this guy did the same thing. All dragoons, swamp background, I won. And because I've got 3 pretty solid dragoons, all the swamp. Ooh, I lost this one though. Lost that one. Okay. Anyways, why aren't duels working? Duels just don't seem to be working right now. What's going on? Am I low on jewel? No, I've got enough jewel. I know I've got enough gas. Huh. Yeah, duels don't appear to be working. Let's try this one. Not implemented. Huh. What's going on with the game? I'm in beta version. Refresh. I know I've got enough 1. Yeah, plenty of 1. Token. We don't want it. Okay, it's working. We're back up. Looks like it's working. I think it just, that's one thing, you just got to fight through this sometimes. And do city. Level. So if you just kind of push through, you can usually get through it. That's what I find. You kind of push through, you get through it. Happens all the time. Stuff like that. I love you. I love that hero. Okay. Luck and agility 24, and it's only level 8. Fisher. Beautiful. Okay. Let's do this. Now, I think not too many people are dueling anymore. People aren't doing this. So I'll find it sitting and waiting. This will be sitting and waiting for like sometimes a day even lately. So I feel like a lot of people, they're not winning enough in the raffles, so it'll just sit here and await a match for a while now. And because I think a lot of people, they lose the raffles too much, and so they kind of give up. They're like, hey, I'm spending my jewel. Even when I win, I'm just not getting anything back. So they're like, what the heck? Okay, now I think Arctic maybe here. Yeah. I love this hero right here. And that is forest, or swamp. That's swamp. Okay, this is forest. Swamp, forest. This is actually mountains. You realize, oh, it's got these mountains back here in the background, but you can't unless you really realize that's plains. Okay, so let's do this hero and do swamp. We're doing the 3. We're sending 3 heroes out. This hero is a beast, too. Okay. And could also potentially do luck. Like, look at that. 25 luck, 26 luck, 28 luck, 35 agility. Ah, I love. Love, love, love. Okay, let's do these 3 heroes and do luck and swamp. 3 jewel. Let's get some raffle tickets. And at least they still give you raffle tickets if you lose. That's nice. I just think it's important. And really this, so you got to think with these, with duels, that it's basically an experiment. They're honing in and prepping for PvP, PvE, and PvP. And they're using duels as like a trial run. So you're kind of contributing to the game, just helping the devs and just supporting. You can also kind of support by getting some merch. The merch is a bit pricey, I noticed, which I would think that, you know, you make, I know they're hard up for cash, so I'm not upset with them at all for doing this. But I think they'd have more sales and reward the early guy. Okay, buy 2, get 3, 50% off. Get the third 50% off. That's nice. I'm gonna probably eventually get something here just to help support them, because we gotta love on the team, guys. The team has gone through hell. So the last thing we want to be doing is throwing more FUD at the team like ever, because just imagine if the teams finally just they throw in the towel. That's our biggest risk in this project, is if the team gives up on the project, because they've been through hell and back 50 times over. So give the team some grace, guys. Put yourself in their shoes and imagine what they're going through. Okay. So shout out to the merch. Even though I would recommend selling it and not making a whole lot of money, even though I know they need money, but they'll get more sales and then hopefully create more buzz around the merch. So I can't imagine they've just been pounding a whole bunch of sales here. But anyways, I'll probably get something just to help support them. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is switch accounts. I have other guys to level. Okay. Not account 1, because that was my main account. Not anymore. Gonna refresh. But it's still nice. So when I'm botting, and I'll hit on the bots here in a minute too. Give you some bot alpha. Maybe I'll just do a separate video just on the botting. Okay, meditation circle. This is my Crypto Grady 1 account, and I'm sure I have plenty. See, I can't. He was saying, the dev was saying there's actually a way to level these guys up while they're on the quest, which is like a glitch. Okay, notice how I've been off the ball leveling, because I woke up this morning. Normally I would go and level these guys up right away, but I wanted to wait and level some of these guys up. The video. Okay, so this is a butte. I just summoned, so recently I've summoned a few mythics, like just got kind of lucky. Okay, this is one of them. I think I did go buy a couple as well, but I'm pretty sure this one we'll be able to tell right away, because I use stones when summoning. Well, this one did not have a stone used, so I did not summon it. Never mind. So I bought this guy. So I was buying, what is he? A forager. Okay. So I was just buying up some more heroes. I think he was like 600 some jewel maybe. I'm like, hey. Been hitting on a few of those. Mythic forager. Looking good. Looking good. Dex and intelligence. So for me, I'm going to hit intelligence, because man is he bad with intelligence. That's what makes him an underrated forager, though. Even though he's terrible with intelligence, I'm still getting a stat point every single time for intelligence. And then Dex, and I'm usually going to use a Dex crystal. And so then I have a 75% chance to hit on the Dex. Sometimes I might use an intelligence crystal if the intelligence down here is awesome, but notice it's not. So the subclass is a thief who's also not an intelligent individual, but Dex, he's better. So Dex is the no-brainer crystal here. And then I'm going to do luck. That's just kind of what I've been doing lately. And I'm going to use the Dex crystal. Need to buy some more in this account. And voila, it's that simple. So that's why he's going to be an awesome forager, is because I'm always going to get this intelligent stat point, and probably just one most of the time. Every once in a while, I'll still hit this 20% chance to hit here and 6.25% chance to hit in the subclass roll. But I'm getting that guaranteed stat point. With then, I'm having 75% chance to hit here, and I'm having a 27.5% chance to hit, or no, 29% chance to hit on the subclass for Dex when using the crystal, and then the 50-50 chance on the roll to hit Dex. So, and if you look at this, oops, I clicked off. He actually hit on some of his bonuses on intelligence already. So this guy is right off to a good start. Okay, to becoming just a good hero all the way around. The stats are looking good. Okay. And a stone wasn't used. Killing me, guys. So it's pending. Whoever summoned this guy didn't use a stone. Killing me. Okay. Yeah, so this pirate is going to have a bright foraging future. If you level him up right as a forager, he'll still be awesome at PvP. So that's where I don't get it. It's just good to have lots of stat points. Doesn't matter what stat points. And from my takeaway from PvP, you just want lots of stat points all over the place. But as a forager, you want to have good intelligence and Dex. That's why I always follow the profession when leveling. The profession is the foundation of the hero. Absolutely. Not his ability in PvP. That's not his foundation. His foundation as a hero is his profession. And it will dictate how well and how quickly he'll be able to level up down the road the more you hit his intelligence and Dex. That's why I'm always pushing leveling. And look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Use that crystal and that hit a home run, and I got the 1 intelligence. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Pretty solid level up. All right. Next. Oh, and I forgot. I usually look at the mana and HP too. Okay. Also, forager, ninja forager, beast. So I'm gonna do intelligence, Dex. Probably use a Dex crystal, which I need to go buy more. Yes, for sure, because his Dex. This is gonna be, yeah, it's a ninja. Beautiful freaking forager. I love you, ninja. And then agility hit on its +2, so agility is going to be awesome down the road. Look at that, 19. So the agility is always going to keep leveling up anyways, whether or not. So I think it's good to just, I don't know. I keep debating though. I could pound agility right here and just keep having a mammoth agility down the road level. So he's only level 5 and he's already got 19 agility. I love this. Okay. Or I could spread the love with the stats too. So like in duels, having a balanced stats helps. If you're more balanced and not like 50 stats here for strength, 40 stats for endurance, and 8 stats for intelligence. Like you'll see like with a paladin. 1,000,000 strength and 8 intelligence. Dar. So, but then intelligence hits and your hero is just toast in that scenario. So, okay, I need to go buy some Dex crystals. Trader. Ooh, low on Duel on this account. We're loading. Get some gum going. Okay, sometimes you just gotta click off, re-click. Okay, let's see how many crystals I can buy with the gold. CR. We need some Dex love. And you want to do the lesser, okay, right? Lesser finesse crystal is the Dex. Can I get like 5? No, not even close. Man, the prices really fluctuate. So I can get 3. We'll take it and run. The prices are sometimes they're all over the place. So when I do see one that's cheap, I'll buy a whole bunch. Because like for a while I remember strength got really cheap because they did contests, just in case it's not added. Just in case, you know, like strength, I remember they were doing a lot of contests for strength crystals, and strength crystals were like a dime a dozen. Now they're expensive. Same with vitality. At one point vitality was the cheapest crystal. Now it's the second most expensive. Dex last week was, I got Dex crystal for less than a Duel the other day. Okay. So this ninja, we're definitely using the Dex crystal. We're doing intelligence. Dex will roll with luck. Okay. Tell me if this video, what I might do eventually, and what I was gonna do right before the Harmony Bridge hack happened, and I was questing these heroes all day, every day, and I was doing duels and, you know, summoning, and just, I was gonna do live streams every day, and then literally like the day I was gonna sit down and do it, start doing it, the Harmony Bridge hack happened, and I was just so wrecked, it threw me in another tailspin. But to just kind of show you, and then how I go about the contest too. So I want to tie that in. So give me a shout out if you want to see, because now that I have these bots going, I'm gonna continue to focus on the contest. I haven't for this last week because I've just been situating my accounts and taking a little break because I just about killed myself questing so much. Okay, nothing hit on the secondary. 2, 4, 6, 7. That's okay. Intelligence hit twice. And Dex didn't hit. I had an 80% chance to Dex. Missed it. And then like a 30-some% chance in secondary. Missed it. But at least I hit it in the 50-50 roll. Okay. So variance is crazy, guys. Like I had an 80% chance to hit Dex and missed it. Okay. And then threw on, and so I had a 33, almost a 34% chance to hit in the secondary. Nothing hit in the secondary. Other times you'll see there's like 4 secondary stat points and like 2 primary. It just makes no sense. So, okay. But still not bad. Getting 7 total stat points. We'll take it. Okay, so give me a shout out also if you want me to do like live streams that might kind of go on, and it just basically I'm just recording what I'm doing in DeFi Kingdoms. And as things come to mind, because there's so many more things I could hit on. As things come to mind, just like talk out loud. Is that something that you guys would be interested in? Let me know. Comment below. Also, So the bots, I can't emphasize it enough. Another shout out. So below in the description, in in this channel, you have the Woofu bot, which the Discord channel, Woofu, and how to start. Start at the top, purchase an NFT. Anybody can do it. I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's safe and secure. He has no access to this bot. And I know that really smart developers are close with him that I trust, such as like Faulty Poker. And I think a lot of them have looked at this guy's code. And even though I think the Faulty Poker guy actually uses this Defi bot, which is like the bomb, robust, amazing bot of all time. It's just harder to get set up. You have to know terminal, and I just don't totally get it. This is easy. Anybody can do it. As long as you understand MetaMask, like in the different blockchains within MetaMask, because you got to go to OpenSea, in the Polygon blockchain. So all you do is come here. You have your main account in MetaMask. You can create a sub account under the main account. You want to make sure you're careful here though. You save your private key. So you have to write down your freaking private key. Because it's still a separate like wallet account, but it's a sub account under your main account. You don't want to give your main account, and you never give your seed phrase, period. But if you see these 3 dots right here, okay, and account details, you have a private key. So your main account has a seed phrase, and then your main account also has a private key, and all your sub accounts have a private key. Those are 2 different things, but the private key still gives anybody access to your wallet. So if I were to click this, and then you have to type in your MetaMask password every time to view it. So that's how you get that, and you're going to have to put that every time you start the bot. So you buy this NFT on OpenSea in the Polygon network, and all you do is drop down and just switch to the Polygon mainnet. And I actually have one sitting in here that I need to start utilizing. I'll probably do that when I'm done with this video. Okay, finishing leveling, things like that. So, and so then you come here to the OpenSea, or right here actually. Okay, and you can buy these items are for sale. So within the Matic wallet, you can go to QuickSwap and buy some Ethereum. So like from FTX, you can send some Matic, and it happens right away with FTX. It's nice. You send some Matic, or you can, however which way, from any, crypto.com, you can send Matic to your wallet here. And then you can, on QuickSwap, swap the Matic for Ethereum, buy this bad boy. And then once you buy it, okay. So if we just come to my profile, yeah, so I have this guy already bought, and I need to send him to, so you never want to bot though on your main account. You want to create a sub account, which you do right here. You can just create a new account, write down your private key. Okay, you want to be careful with that because that's your keys to your wallet. That if that gets out, anybody can get it. And then, so I can send, if I click this here, I can transfer to my 6th account. So I have 5 right now, 4 of them using bots. I'll have 5 bots I can send this to that account. Then once that happens, you reveal unlockable content. And what happens is, and that's how you get the updated version also. So if he does an update, because he's always improving the bot, if he does an update, this is where you get it. It won't update your actual bot on your computer. You'll have to delete your current bot files, delete them, and then re-download the unlockable content. It comes in this zip file right over here. You see it, okay? Then you unzip it and this folder pops up, and I renamed it to my Crypto Grady 1, Crypto Grady, Crypto Grady 2. So I notice I don't have one for Elisha Zane because that's my main account. So then you have these zip files and you get the most up-to-date version of the bot. You double click that, unzip that, and these 3 folders pop out. You don't want to mess with the profession or training folder. This is your main botting folder. Then it's the config INI where you can make your couple little adjustments, whether or not you want to do profession or training for the bot. We'll send your guys profession or training. Either or. You can't do both profession quests and training quests at the same time. So it's a simple bot, but it's just amazing. And it just keeps working, even with this volatile blockchain Harmony that we're on right now. And let's give Harmony a little grace, even though it's terrible. They just haven't handled things very well, it seems like. But give them a little grace, guys. Okay. They definitely didn't handle things right, though. So I do agree with that. Okay. And just a few little things. This bot also quests on both Crystalville and Sarandale at the same time. One bot. Beautiful. So I can't wait to send all my heroes to Crystalville. Okay. I love it. I love it. Love, 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 love it. Okay. So, this is where you make your little adjustments. But if you just go with the default, it's going to default profession and kind of have the stats. I recommend maxing your stamina when gardening and mining, though. I think it improves your chances to get eggs and things. And with the gas fees kind of going up, it's just, I think, better. And also 6 at a time. I think it'll default at just sending like 1 fisher at a time. But not that it matters that much, but it's just less transactional volume happening in your wallet all the time, like every 5 seconds. So it just helps me level up and things like that. So 25, but if you had a wallet full of level 10 or greater heroes, you could do 30 stamina. So it will only send them with 30 stamina. So I kind of split up my wallets with the gardeners and miners based off their levels as well. Because like in this wallet, I think last night I said level 8 miners and up. Well, it's actually level 6 miners and up, but it's close to level 8. Once it's level 8 and up, I'll go 29 stamina. So it won't send them on a quest until they hit 29 stamina. And it only does, with mining, 6 at a time. Based off the number you have, though. So if you only have 1 miner, it'll send it. But if you have 18 miners, which is what I have, to max out the miners, that's the downside. It won't do both gold and jewel mining. But it'll do 19 gardeners at a time. So I have 57 gardeners on these 3 wallets. And this is my training bot wallet. So if you pick training, they're all just going to be in training quests. They won't do any profession quests. It's either or with this bot. It's just kind of how it is. So these 3 bots are only doing profession questing. This one bot is doing training quests, and then I'll have another bot also doing profession questing that I'm going to set up. Okay, once this is squared away the way you want it to be, pretty simple. He has all his instructions on his Discord channel, which I'll have linked below. Highly recommended. Then, once that's set up, then you double click this bot. But it's already running, so I'm not going to do it. And then it'll load, and you put in your private key. To get the private key, and this is the bot right there. And you want to make sure you click the DFK Auto Farm Bot. That's the folder, not the training folder, not the profession folder. You click this one, and that's your bot. So that, my experience, this config is the one that this bot looks at. So, okay. So once you click this bot, it'll say successfully started, enter your private key. This is where it's dangerous. So, but to get that, again, I'll show you. You click these 3 dots here, account details, and you export private key. When you copy that, so then you have to put in your password. So if I click export private key, I have to put in my password. Then it'll show the private key. You copy and then immediately hit done, because the risk is if you have malware in your computer, it will be able to see that key, private key, and so when you paste it, it's invisible. So even there on this bot, it's invisible. You have to hit return, and then it should just start on its own and get going and it'll follow the rules that you put in the config ini form. That was this config form right here, config ini. It'll follow these commands, which is all set up for you. You just make your tiny little adjustments if you want. It's kind of set up for you already, so you don't even have to do that unless you want to change something. So I recommend changing the questing amount and stamina and all that to kind of fit your needs. Okay, so it's that simple, guys. Anybody can do this. Just be careful. I believe Carlo that started the bot is legit. He's amazing. Should we do one more level? Okay, yeah, I gotta switch networks. Sorry, my bad. Let's come back to the Harmony. Also, the Pocket network is what you want to use, the bot uses it, I think, the Pocket network already for you. But if you're questing on the main Harmony network, it's not working very well. So the Pocket network is a game changer for me. Meditation. And if you need info on the Pocket network, comment below and it's simple. You just add the RPC. So you come here and I know how to do it easily on the phone. Where do you do it? Here. Settings. Networks. And you add a network right here. When you do that, there's forums online, but you got to be careful with this too. Be careful what you ever click online. You can add the Pocket network, easy peasy, just like you do with other ones. Okay. All right. So that's that. But you don't need to do that with a bot. It already does it for you. Did I not? Am I connected? Okay. Yep, so you just have to deal with these headaches, guys. It's not working. It happens. Reset. So refresh. If you're on your phone, you just got to close the app, reopen it, like constantly. I'm constantly doing that. Any updates, anything going? Okay. I know I'm going to have a lot of guys I need to level. Oh, am I on okay, I know why. I'm on the wrong account. So I need to come back to, I think I was on account 2. It's connected. I'll refresh. That was the problem. Because I was on an account that I have 0 heroes. This guy's on a quest. That shows you how I dropped the ball here on getting him leveled up. And he's a gardener, so I gotta wait. But Carlo, who's the developer of the bot, said there's a way to level up while they're questing. It's like, huh, okay, that's different. Look at all these guys to level up. I mean, I do this twice, 2 or 3 times a day. Okay, so we got a monk, a rare fisher monk. He's only level 2, about to be level 3, and he's already got 5.1 fishing gene stat points. That's awesome. And so luck and agility is what we want here. So he's not a great fisher. He's not great at anything. His highest stat point is 60%, unless this blue hits. But he does have 4 stat points at 60%. That's nice. And I summoned this one. Because look at wisdom. It's not 50%. It's 53%. And look at the wisdom. I used a chaos stone. Normally I don't, but sometimes I will. But look at that wisdom. Man, he's already at 12 and he's only level 2. That's the power of the chaos stone. Or of a stone. And the wisdom down here, 17.5% with a monk. It's solid. So forever, that's going to help this hero's value. Forever and ever. And vitality, hit, which is good. Anyways, but not for a fisher. So luck and agility, because luck is only 30%, agility 60%. We want to get that guaranteed luck every time for a fisher. And then I'm going to throw vitality in the mix. No, he's 15 vitality. Dang. This is always the debate. I don't know what to do. Like, there is an argument to do intelligence because that's his weak, and so to help balance out the hero, I don't know if that's good. To have balanced stats. But then there's the argument to really jack up vitality for contests for one. So it'll help me to get the vitality crystals in the training quest for contest. Anyways, let's stick with vitality. Let's just ramp up vitality as much as possible. Agility, and then I'm probably doing an agility crystal. Yeah, because agility is better here too. So I'll have a 30% chance in the subclass to hit with an agility. And agility crystals are cheap right now. I don't think I actually need to approve that. It's saying I do. Okay. We should be good to go. So 30% chance to level up on agility and a 65% chance on the primary stack row to level up on agility, and then a 50-50 roll as well. So 3 chances to get agility. Let's see how we roll. Seems like something's a little glitchy. Like, okay, that's off. And I think that went red. I don't think that hit. Because you don't see the thing loading up top. But when it's done right, you see this pending loading. If that's not there, then it's just probably glitched out. You got to redo it like I just did. Okay, that went through. So this hero, I'm at such an advantage long term with this hero because I used a stone. And I used Gaia's Tears, probably, when I summoned him. That's why he's so jacked already at just level 2. For a level 2 hero, those are some pretty good stats. Now, I've seen a guy get like 20. One time, a guy summoned, and he had like 20 strength. Or 21 strength when it was level 1. Oh my gosh, only hit 3. So that variance for you, baby. Anyways, there you have it. We hit luck. We did not hit agility, even though I used a crystal and had 65% chance to hit here, 30% chance here. Nothing hit. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do this Butte Sage, baby. Uncommon Sage Forager. Look at that intelligence. 20. It is a level 5. This is one I bought, not one I summoned. So we're going to do Dex. Intelligence is blue, so 92% chance to hit on intelligence. Now the subclass of intelligence, not so hot, a pirate. Okay, so he's not, the pirate is no good with intelligence. So I might even consider using a Dex crystal, because the pirate is good with Dex. If I use a Dex crystal, that'll give me a 32.5% chance on my secondary growth stat to hit on Dex. And it'll take my Dex chances from 40 to 45% of hitting. And we're already getting the guaranteed Dex. We're still going to do intelligence. Like, this intelligence could still hit. He's even got 4 blue bonus stat points here, and it's still only 9% for intelligence. But that's good that it's blue. Better than 5%. It's almost 100% increase. It's an 80% increase of his secondary stat chances. An 80% increase, but it's only still at 9% chance. Okay. And we'll do luck, I guess. Okay. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do Dex for this crystal and hope that we can keep boosting the Dex a little more. Hopefully we still hit on intelligence twice. And who knows? Got a 9% chance to hit 3 intelligent stat boosts. Let's give it a go. Okay. And see, I'm fighting with this bot right here, because this bot is questing and collecting heroes, and I'm doing this at the same time. So sometimes it gets hung up, and when that happens, you know, you want to, if it just stays pending for too long, you're going to want to come here and clear all transactions. And it's looking like this is stuck. So first what I'll do is refresh. Give it a second more. Doesn't look like that worked. I think this was just like collecting at the same time, 1407, and it's still, which is 207 my time, Central Time. I think we might have done that at the same time. So I'm going to want to come to this pending and clear all. I'm not totally sure if that actually helps or not, doing that, because I think doesn't really matter, but it's fine. That's always what I do. Reset. We're going to do this Sage again. And same one. So we're doing Dex. See? Just so the bot, it's still good. It's still running, because it just sent a gardener. Maybe the one I just leveled up. No, that was a forager. Okay, so we're going to do Dex, Intelligence, and I'm going to do Luck. Confirm. Let's hope it works this time. It's pending up here. Yeah. What else? There's so many things still to talk about. I could do so many different videos. It went through. Naila Ataxidos. Okay. Let's go Sage. Give me some good stats. Stay Sage, baby. Dopamine hit. Coming right away. Just like dopamine hit after... That's one thing I'm missing, is all the dopamine hits of collecting heroes from questing. Hey, another big thing while this is loading is that this is working again. DFK Tracker app is working. So you can come here and delete your wallet and put in whatever wallet you want. I think this is the same wallet. Let's refresh. And so it takes a second to load. Okay, 29 minutes ago. These are all, so I still check on these bots and make sure they're running. Okay, this one hasn't done anything, but it's only, I only have like 75 heroes on here. They're all training. Every once in a while the bot might get bogged down, but usually, man, I went 4 days in a row without a glitch. Just kept cruising. And sometimes I think this DFK tracker API, it's API based, I think, so it's, and so none of this is written in stone. Like the milkweed isn't, it's worth more than 8 cents. The milkweed is, I think. That's a good question. Okay, here's the level. He was a decent level here. We hit vitality twice. Dex, the crystal didn't work out there. We did hit on the luck. We got the guaranteed dex still. Intelligence hit as well here, but we didn't get the bonus roll. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Not bad. We'll take it. Not bad. Okay. So with this DFK tracker, real quick, so what is a milk? I know what a milkweed is. It's like worth 0.4 joule. Okay, so maybe this is accurate. Yeah. So I guess one milkweed is worth 8 cents. And I'm probably collecting from these 3 accounts. And I have more gardeners than, so I need to get my other 5th bot going for the gardeners, especially because I have at least 10, and I was going to buy and try and summon some more gardeners. I'll check real quick on my Gen Zeros too. It might be time to summon those. Okay, but I think I'm getting something like a good 100 or more milkweed per day. And one thing you can do, again, that I said at the beginning of the video, is in the marketplace, you can create liquidity with the druid on your milkweed. Let's do it. Let's see how much milkweed do I have. Got a lot of good stuff here that I could sell for gold and get other things. I need to get more jewel, so I'll probably just sell it into jewel because I need more crystals. Oh, I do have chaos crystal here. Or stone. Never mind. Sorry, it's a stone. Okay. So I got 20 milkweed. Oh, I don't have enough jewel. So what I can do, I'll come here to the vendor. So let's look at one thing too. What is, for example, when I'm with the trader and I have ragweed and bloater and all this stuff, red leaf, amber taffy. I think amber taffy is better a lot of times to sell if we sell it in gold. So one amber taffy gets you 12 gold. 12.528 gold. If you come to the vendor, sell items, what does an amber taffy get you? Oh, 12.5. So it's slightly better to trade it. I mean, barely. And it might not actually turn out being better to do the amber taffy because of the slippage. But it's, so I get $9.93 for 80 amber taffy. $9.93 for 80 amber taffy. If I come to the vendor and sell it, I get 1,000. So it's better still to sell the amber taffy here. Not, I mean, that's like, we're talking a fraction of a penny difference, but remember when gold was almost worth a penny? Oh, can't wait till that. I believe the team, they're creating so much use case for the gold, more and more. And other games are too. That I think the use case for gold will just continue to increase. And hopefully we can get that gold up closer to a penny again, eventually. Okay. And so if I sell the gold mean, it's 100 gold. What if I sell it on the marketplace? We can look at that. And I think there's websites you can look at as well. That Faulty Poker posted that one time. But sometimes I just like to, because it just changes so much. So if I sell one gold bean here, it's not quite 100. See, so it's better to go to the vendor. The main thing with this trader is selling the ragweed and also the spider fruit. So, because that's needed for some of the potions, and including the stamina potion. And sometimes insufficient liquidity. Well, that's not true. It just needs to like refresh. It's like delayed. So somebody hit me up and said, hey, it's saying insufficient liquidity when I try to buy a crystal. Well, that's why. It just needs to update. You got to either give it a second, like to refresh or load or something. Like right now, we're not loading. Like API, disaster, left, right, and center. We're loading. We're loading. You can do it. This inventory is slowly coming in. Come on. Okay. So with the trader, the spider fruit, it just needs to load. I guess I could try to refresh again. I think on Crystalville, we won't be having these headaches. Or not nearly as much, anyways. Fingers crossed. It works on... So Crystalville, I got a blue egg here. So that was another debate, is... Because I have a ton of pets as well. And so I was just hatching these eggs, but man, it cost 50 jewel and 5,000 gold. It's not cheap. It's like, that's like more, you can buy an egg. You can go buy a pet for so cheap. So you're almost better off just buying the pets. And you could put up liquidity for the eggs. That was my thought. But I did that for the green egg and it just instantly dropped my value. As soon as I put up the liquidity, it was like, what the heck? So sometimes, like if I'm in a crunch and I need jewel, like right away, let's say I wanted to buy a hero or something, I might just boom, dump the egg. Not very often though. I haven't. I was just hatching every egg I got, and that's still not a bad idea. And I always do the high, because with eggs, it's all about getting a mythic or a legendary. The common pets aren't hardly worth anything, so you want to maximize your chances to get a mythic or a legendary. And it's rare to get those. It took me like 50 hatches before I got one. And then all of a sudden I got like 3 or 4 mythics and legendaries, like awesome pets. Beast pets. Got a few of them. Not a ton though. I was wanting to check the spider fruit. Okay, we're working. So one spider fruit, 27 gold. I don't think the spider fruit's worth that much. I forget. What is the spider fruit in the vendor? Sell. Where you at, spider fruit? Come on. Load, people. Load. not loading. You're killing me, game. I don't think a spider fruit is worth 27 gold. I think it's like 10 or something. So spider fruit is also, which is also a gardening item. What is this? A blue stem also, I think, because all the gardening materials, I think, are better to sell in the marketplace. So he's 5, so we're going to check on that next. And then spider fruit is 10. So you get 27, you get almost 4 times your value, 3.5 times your value by selling it with the trader. But most of the other items, you don't. I think I just got to keep refreshing every time. It's just not loading. So we definitely want to be selling the spider fruit for gold here on the trader, not with the vendor. So these are kind of newer accounts, so I'm still... Oh, did that not go through? You don't see it pending. Okay, there's the pending. It's approving. You get 3.5 times the value for your spider fruit when you sell it in the marketplace, and that's also largely due to the stamina potions, but also, okay, so I discussed last night, stones. Always use a stone. It's one of the 10 commandments. Always use a stone when summoning. Always. So the stone carver is only out. So it's on a different account that I'm not gonna buy the stones on this account. But when that stone carver is out once a week for like a day, I think, you want to stock up on stones. So that needs to be a focus. You got to plan that out right and not be selling your items you need for your stone, which I have, by the way. Where's my stone items? I might have it up here. It's in this guild. So in the Unity Guild, if you come to DFK Learning Resources, and Crypto Baby H is, shout out to her because she's the bomb. So I get these mite stones. Oh, and I do need spider fruit for that. See, I think the stone carver is about to be out, and I also get the insight stone, which is wisdom, not to be mistaken with intelligence, and wit stone is intelligence, not to be mistaken with wisdom. So I get these 2 stones. Both need spider fruit, and a lot of it. Okay, spider fruit's also needed for, and a lot of gold. You want to make sure, and runes. So these stones aren't super cheap, but it's so much well worth it. Believe me. For your hero's value. These stones are so valuable to be using. But the Chaos Stone is if nothing else, just use the Chaos Stone because it's the cheapest. It's only 2,000 gold. It's cheaper than these other ones. Okay? It's not as much. And it hits a random stat growth, but it's so well worth it still. Okay. I was just using the Chaos Stone for all, but then I realized, hey, I've got, so let's look and see if first I wanted to provide liquidity for the milkweed because I think this is a pretty profitable pool. And I bet, you know what? And Jewel. Oh yeah, I meant to swap my gold for Jewel, sorry. trader, gold, jewel, max, 6. It won't take a ton of jewel to do that liquidity pool. So I think I even had one of my MetaMask wallets that wasn't showing my jewel. So I added the jewel to the MetaMask. That's still pending. Okay, no, that didn't go through. Sometimes that happens, so you got to redo it. With that, it didn't work. You got to redo it here. Then I'm going to come in here with the Druid and create a pool with milkweed. And so not only, so I could sell the milkweed right now because I need to send some more jewel to this wallet from another wallet. But sometimes it's like, yeah, let's sell the milkweed, especially if it's at half a jewel or above. A lot of times I will sell it for more jewel. But if it's below, half a jewel, 0.5 jewel, a lot of times if I come create the liquidity, which I'm kind of pushing it now, I've got less than 1 jewel. I'll supply that. And I think the ROI is really pretty solid. And then you still have your milkweed if you need it. I probably should do it with the spider fruit as well. Because it looks like maybe I shouldn't have sold the spider fruit. I should have sold my gold bean and red leaf and stuff like that. Bloaterfish and ragweed to get the jewel. And done liquidity for the spider fruit as well. And that way you're not selling, you still have it when you need it too. If you need to carve some stones. What did I just do? 20, I did 20 milkweed, I think. So now, if I come back to the Druid, just right off the bat, if I split it again, okay, I get less milkweed and less jewel. So that's odd. I'm not sure why. But I think over time, this is going to increase. So you get a lot of fees because there's a lot of volume and not a lot of liquidity. That's how you maximize your gain within as a liquidity provider in the DEX for these items that are used in game. Okay, so one of the things, so in the portal, okay, the stone carver is coming up in 3 hours. Now, if I come to my other account, let's look at my Gen Zeros and see if, I think they're getting close where my Gen Zeros are time to summon. That'll be fun. We could summon those. So give me a shout out if this is just annoying, if you're actually still, if anybody's actually watching this video still. Is this helpful for me to just, so you see I've got 8 hours for my Gen Zeros. I've got a priest wizard to try and get a summoner. Then I got a monk pirate to get a ninja. Then with my ninja and summoners, I try to get a sage. What's hilarious is I've never gotten one single sage from this tree. The only time I've ever summoned a sage, ever, was my very first summon in the game. And that's my baby still. And I got a rare sage with like a common and an uncommon. It was so fun. And at the time, that card, man, that sage was worth like 10 grand. Unbelievable. So, but the other funny thing is I bought, some Dark Knights and Paladins. And one day I was trying to get some Dragoons and I literally summoned 4 Dragoons in a row. All common. One time though, I also summoned a legendary Dragoon Fisher. That was fun. With a Dread Knight and a paladin. That's still one of my babies there. Okay. But I've never gotten a sage from this tree, and I've summoned, and I've definitely gotten, it took me a while, I remember, to even get a summoner or a ninja. But since I've had these for a few months now, since I've gotten several, summoners and ninjas, and I've summoned those, and I cannot get a freaking sage for the life of me. But eventually, it's coming, baby. Because I have level 1, or I have Gen 1 ninjas and summoners with 5 summons. I've got several of them. And so one of those are going to hit and nail a sage. I think is the highest summons, the highest amount of summons that an advanced class tier can get is 5. So even with 10 and 10, the highest you can get is 5. I think the highest a sage or dragoon can get is 3, if I remember right. The highest number of summons. So the highest possible number of summons that a dread knight can get is 2, I think. And so those dread knight summons are invaluable. I bought a dread knight with this. I have 2 dread knights with a summon, and I'm saving those. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep doing all this, but I guess I'll stop the video. Give me, if you have questions, debates, if you want to push back, especially the biggest debate seems to be on how to summon. Let's keep that dialogue going. Love you guys. Crypto Grady out. Like, subscribe, bell button, comment. Give some love to the channel. If you want, I can keep giving all the alpha that I can possibly give. There's a lot more alpha to give. There's a lot more things in my brain that I could give you if you're a DeFi Kingdoms guy and want to get all the insight. So ask questions. I'll do more videos. Love you guys. Crypto Grady out.